Hi, I'm Joanne Cary. Welcome back to Embodied Soul Podcast, a multidimensional space intended to support you in mastering living, being, and thriving as the embodied soul you are. In this week's episode, I want to share a few ways that you may be limiting yourself on your spiritual path. So if you are wanting to join me, please pull up a comfy chair, invite in your soul, and be open to receive exactly what you need to live, be, and thrive as the embodied soul you are. In this week's episode, I really want to support you in stepping into your own unique expression. So, what do I mean by that? What I have found is so many people, as they begin this spiritual path of awakening, and many people who work with me have been in very traditional careers, traditional jobs, and then open to the vastness of who they are and began to learn and study different modalities, different healing technologies in order to support others in awakening too. And that is beautiful. I've done it. Many people are doing it. You're likely doing it too in your own way. And yet what I've found, because of our social media, because of what we're consuming, we often get a little stuck in feeling that we have to continue to do the things that we've done. So you may have opened up and you may have learned a particular healing modality, a particular routine that you like to do, a particular way of helping people. And you may have been doing this for a while. And what I've found is that many people think that they must continue to do the thing that they've invested in. They have to continue to do a particular modality because that's what they learned. That's what supported them. And even though they may be not in alignment or resonant with it any longer, and they may be attracted to new things, they find it difficult to let go of something that they learned before. And this may not just be a modality. This might be a teacher that you worked with, a mentor that you were with. Certainly that happened to me. One of my first mentors was amazing. I learned so much, both from a spiritual perspective and around navigating a business. And then over time, I found myself being drawn to different people. As my frequency changed, as I healed certain wounds, I resonated out of alignment with that teacher. I had learned what I had come to learn from them and then moved on. And yet sometimes we are told through social media, through other teachers, that we need to do certain things. Maybe we need to niche down. We need to follow this particular path. And because they're in a position of authority, because they have gained their own position within the environment, people know them, we think, well, who am I to do something different? Who am I to do my own thing? I'm just learning this or learning that. And I want to give you permission to be you. I want to give you permission to step into your own creativity. I want to give you permission, again, not that you actually need it, but sometimes we need to hear it, that you are a very unique puzzle piece. There's no one else like you, nor will there ever be again, who has the experiences, the learnings, the background, the history that you do. And just because you found a modality, or just because you've been following a teacher, or just because you liked something yesterday, doesn't mean that you have to like it today. And just because some marketer tells you you have to do this, or that you have to follow this process in order to be success, I'm telling you, you don't have to. I'm told all the time, and I'm approached all the time by people saying that I need to do it a certain way, that I need to follow this particular marketing strategy, as an example. that in order to grow my business, in order to get clients, I need to follow a certain regimented path. It's false. I'm telling you, it's false. You can use me as an example if you need an example, that you don't have to do what anyone else tells you to do in order to fulfill, in order to find success, in order to find fulfillment. The greatest gift you have is being you. So if you have learned a modality and then you get called to another modality and then you really love crystals and you really love walking in nature, whatever it is, know that you can combine modalities, you can combine things that you feel. If you're given an idea, if you think, oh, I really like taking this little bit of this one and this little bit of this one, and I'm going to combine them together, you can do that. If you're finding joy in sharing in a certain way, and others maybe think it's crazy or it's not going to work, who cares what they say? They didn't have the idea, and they're not you. And how will you even know if you don't try? When somebody else tells you it's not possible, or it's not going to work, or you shouldn't be following that, why are you giving your power away? Why do you think that they know better than you do? That's something that gets to heal. That's something you get to say, oh, right, I'm a powerful being of light. They don't know any better. They don't know me. They don't have my ideas. They don't have my skills and background and energy, because it's your energy. It's your energy that radiates out. It's your energy that transforms, that supports people in their healing and supporting them in connecting to their own vastness, their own divinity. So I'm giving you permission to follow your dreams, to follow your creations, and don't limit yourself to a particular mentor that you had. You don't have to stay with someone forever. Sometimes you're there just to learn a particular thing in order to take it and to combine it and to mix your own concoction so that that's the thing that's going to help the people that you came here to help. This is it. There's no scarcity here. Do you understand that everybody is unique, which means everybody has their own frequency, which means everybody has a group of people vibrating at that level that is going to come into resonance with you. People find me from all over the world, and I'm not doing any of the things that people tell me I should do. I do what I want. I do what feels good to me. And if it doesn't feel good to me, I don't do it. And yeah, people have said I'm crazy, and people say I need to do it. I don't. And I haven't, and I won't. I listen to my own inner guidance. I trust that the ideas that I get, that when I feel myself moving with the motion, with the energies, with the flow, when I take the action steps forward, I know I'm going to be supported. And I want to share that with you so that you can receive those codes of light also. You can receive that from me right now. Just be open to receive it so that you can embody that too. Because I hate to see beautiful beings of light trying to fit themselves into a mold that wasn't meant for them. So often I see people saying, well, this is the way that it's going to work. If you just do these few steps, then you're going to have the same success I did. I haven't found that to be true. Not to say it can't be, but they're them and you're you. And so if you try to fit yourself into that box, if you try to change how you feel would be good in order to try to say those things that they say you should say, or to put it out, those energetics, that discomfort, that it doesn't really feel aligned with me, that goes out in everything that you share. That goes out in every interaction you have with people, whether you're in business or not. This applies across all layers of your life. When you're not being your authentic self, when you're not in alignment with your own creative juices, with your own energetics, with your own joy, people feel it. I share this story that on the second event I ever held, I had this belief that I needed to have an offering out before I ended the first event. And so I stayed up really late and I put together this event and I sent it out and I told them about it. And do you know how many people signed up? Big fat zero. And my guides told me after, they said, what energy did you put into it? It was fear. It was fear. I coded this beautiful new event in lack, in scarcity, in I needed to do it a certain way. I needed to have it out in that point. If I didn't do it then no one would sign up. And that's what I got, right? So this is about saying that we don't have to follow what anyone else does. If it doesn't feel good to us and we're not putting our beautiful energy, that high level energy into it, then we're limiting ourselves. You're limiting you by not being you, by trying to be someone else, by trying to follow someone else's process. Now, that doesn't mean that if it feels good, you shouldn't do it. No, if it feels good, do it and continue to do it until it doesn't feel good anymore. Or until you're not seeing out picturing what you want out pictured. But you get to be you. And I tell you, you're needed to be you in your fullest, mixing all of the magical components that you bring to share with the world, because it's your light as you follow those desires, as you follow those breadcrumbs. That's what lights others up. That's what ignites within them that same passion. That's what ignites within them their own true expression. And as you're listening to this, you're receiving that too, for you to step into that next level of you. Because you have something to share that no one else can. No matter how much they try, you are needed. You in your fullest expression, you in your most authentic self, your most vibrant and energetic and joyful self as you step forward, doing all the things that you want to do and giving yourself permission to let go of all of the I have to's, I should do's, I need to do. Giving yourself permission to follow the path that's calling you forth, even when people think you might be crazy, even when you question if you might be crazy. Go forward even then, because that's you pushing your edges. That's you pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone. And it's beyond that comfort zone that the magic lies, that your next step lies, that your next evolutionary step in consciousness lies, and where you become an even brighter light, a vaster light, and in more service, not only to yourself, but to everybody. You become the light that lights the light in others. You truly embody the soul that you are and the leader of light that you came to be. Embrace it. The world needs you in your light, in your authenticity, in your joy. And you came here for this. Don't limit yourself by thinking you need to do what anyone else has done or how things have used to be. You're needed to explore your heart's desires in every step, in every moment, always being aligned to your highest. You can do it. You came for this. You're built for this. And we need you. Sending you so much love and light. And if you've loved this episode of Embodied Soul Podcast, please like it, share it, turn on notifications, and subscribe to my channel. It really does help get the energies and messages out to those who need it. And I look forward to seeing you on next week's episode of Embodied Soul.